What's going on, everyone? My name is Machine Gun Hunt and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a nice tool that's recently been discovered by the Destiny community, I guess. It's called Destiny 2 Armor Picker. It is made by some member of the community named Mijaro. What it's designed to do, it helps you get like the best type of builds for your armor. It gives you the best stats, the best type of abilities that you want, like discipline, intellect, strength, that sort of thing. And it just makes it 100 times easier. You don't have to worry about running numbers in your head. So, as you can see here, I have, you know, tier 10 gear on 3 of my stats, which is absolutely ridiculous. With this website, actually, it's possible to have 4 of your stats here as at least 100, which is absolutely nuts. It just depends what kind of armor you have. So I'm just going to show you guys how to get the results that you see right here as quickly as possible, and all you need to do is just have a little bit of armor selection in order to do it. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the website, and I'm just going to go straight to it and show you how to get some awesome stats for the gear right here. And I'm going to start with my Titan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, everyone, we're in the website right now, Majago Destiny 2 Armor Picker right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link this website in the description box. Just make sure you use version 2.0. What you have here is that you'll have this red box here. Make sure you use version 2.0 so you can use all the functions here that just makes things a lot easier for transferring all your gear. So as you can see, what you need to do is you need to log in with your account. If you have Steam, if you have Xbox, you have PlayStation, it works with all platforms. Just go ahead and log in into this website, and as you can see here, I have both my Titan, my Hunter, and my Warlock. Now, what's really cool about this website is it literally checks through all the armor that you have, not only your character but in your vault. If you have like 500 pieces of armor in your vault, it goes through everything, and it checks out all the gear that's available, what kind of roles that you have. Let's say you want 60 mobility and like 80 strength. You can go ahead and choose this build, no problem. Bada bing, bada boom. So you could get into a lot more detail. So obviously some of the best builds out there for Titans is going to be high resilience, maybe some high intellect for your supers. Maybe a lot of people like some recovery for PvP as well. I don't know, Titans like strength, though you want to have lots of strength too. You can pretty much do whatever you want here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and select times 3 T10 builds right here. So it just gives you all the options available for you. What kind of 3 stats that you want that's tier 10. So let's just go through the basic one. Let's just do resilience, recovery, and intellect. Since Titans could use resilience and recovery a lot, and intellect because I don't know, Yeet Titan. We could use star crashers, right? So what's going on right now is that it's updating and showing what kind of armor that's available, what kind of builds that you want. And as you can see, there are 184 different combinations of the armor that I currently have that I can get tier 10 gear for resilience, recovery, and intellect. So you can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. For example, you could just have slots available, if you have particular mods, let's say I don't know, taking charge and protective flight. You only have 3 mods available. You could just go ahead and select that. What you could do is you can have a certain exotic you want. So obviously if you want to use Falling Star because Yeet Titan, and what it does is it just shows all the builds that you want that has a particular Yeet Titan or whatever. And then let's say here, let's say you want Powerful Friends and Radiant Light, so you can get some more abilities and stuff like that. Let's say that you're using all the classes for for your stasis ability. So we're using Yeet Titan, so we can't use any of these for now. So just little possibilities. So let's see here. What we could do is maybe not have high resilience. We could just have 8 maybe. Oh, will you look at that? So you could like mess around with what kind of gear that you have. Like for example, usually for PvE, 50 is the most that you really want for like survivability. So as you can see right here, you can have like 60 resilience, 100 recovery, and 100 intellect. That's a pretty good build right there. You know, it has like a tier of 38, which is not bad. You know, and then if you really want tier 3 gear, you could just go ahead and just clear this out. And now we have this right here, and like we absolutely need 100% intellect because this is perfect for this one right here. In fact, let's see if it's possible to get tier 3 gear with this Titan armor. As you can see, we can't, simply because we're not using stasis, but that's alright. So all we need is 100 intellect, and I don't know, we could use you know, 100 recovery, and then it looks like the only option we have here is 60 resilience, which is plenty for you know, Titan and PvE, you know, for this exotic. So we got this armor set right here. Like, this is literally the options that you need in order to get it. And as you can see, it looks into all the details of what kind of armor that's available for you. So as you can see, you just need like, you know, 30 mobility, 61 resilience, 64, and it tells you what kind of mods that you need. So we need like 4 you know, recovery mods right here, and 1 intellect mod in order to get to tier 10 for both of our stats here. And then, you know, it shows what kind of gear that we need. Like, you know, we need like these like 4 armor pieces, and then you just need any class item because it just works out like that. And what we could do here is that we could choose copy DIM quarry to copy board, and then there's like a new beta option right here where you can move items to inventory. So let's go ahead and copy this just to make things a lot easier for you guys. So we have this copy ready to go, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna log into Destiny Item Manager. Now, you know, I suggest you guys to also get Destiny Item Manager. It just works out, or it just helps you the most on transferring your gear. Just makes everything a lot easier. And what we could do here is we could go ahead and press the search button, and we can go ahead and paste the certain build that we have for the Titan. And as you can see here, what's happening is that it's highlighting all the gear that you need in order to get that tier 10 gear for your both intellect and you know, recovery. So as you can see, we have all of the gear that's available for our Titan. So what we're gonna do is we're going to equip all the gear here. As you can see, that do the same thing here. So it's just literally looking at a highlight on your screen and just dragging it to your character. Absolutely no problem. And then as you can see, it's fully equipped right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and check out our Titan, and we shall see if it's moved there or not. Alright guys, so we are in our Titan right now, and as you can see from Destiny Item Manager, we just simply moved all of the gear that we had right here, and we have, like, you know, the gear that's ready to go. So I don't know, let's go ahead and put a intellect mod right here. So we have 100 intellect right there. We can go ahead and get, let's see here, recovery going, because why not? So we got some recovery. We got more recovery. And we could just go ahead and it's telling us what to equip on our character. And as we can see, it's right there. So we need one more mod. Let's just give it particle deconstructor. And boom. Now, what I've noticed here is that it's just showing you like the gear that's possible to get 100 intellect and 100 recovery. And as you can see, it's like, well, what the frick, machine gun? We only have tier 9 and very close to tier 10. That is because it's taking a, it's keeping in mind whether it's going to be masterwork or not. So the setups I currently have right now is that it's requiring masterwork. So in order to get tier 10 gear on both of these with all armor pieces, I need to increase everything from tier 10. So I'm not going to do that right now because simply, I only have like 2 ascended shards right here. But as you can see, it's extremely possible to get tier 10 on both recovery and intellect, no problem here. So yeah, that's it right there. Now, what's also important is you gotta want to make sure if you have any certain limits that you want with your gear. It also depends on what kind of gear that you want to farm. I did mention last week the best way to farm, like the best armor. Me personally, you just want to go ahead and do like the splicer activities, either doing expunge or the splicing event where you have like 6 people getting into like the network and getting data points. You want to get this stuff right here, decrypted data. So the more decrypted data you have, the better. What I recommend is you want to grind out at least 450 decrypted data each week, so that you can have one character get 3 pieces of armor in order to grab. So what you want to do is when you go ahead and get to the helm, you just go here and you want to select Season of the Splicer armor, and you want to get tier 3 armor. So before you get the armor equipped, what I recommend is that you either have like any kind of type of piece that you want. Obviously if you're a Titan, I probably want resilience, recovery, or intellect. I have intellect right here, and every time I go to my Titan to get those like armor pieces, I choose the recovery stat in order for the high piece of gear. So basically this makes it so that I can have at least a minimum of 10 on intellect, and then if I choose recovery, it also gives me like a minimum of 10 for intellect. It also gives me a much more likely chance to drop higher intellect or recovery stats. So if I put this in, that means I'm going to get a much higher chance to get really high stats, at least 60 from personal experience, and you could always use that gear for the future in order to make good builds. So if I want to get like, top tier, like, intellect, recovery, and, resilience, then I wanted to invest it on those 3 stats. Just do those every week, and eventually I can get tier 3 on all those on this character, and that will be that. What is also going to be a big requirement is you probably want lots of prisms and ascended shards. So again, this is like min-maxing and end game activities. So I should at least expect a couple of things from you. Just make sure you go ahead and do those like that activities. Grandmasters is available right now, so hey, go ahead and do that stuff right there. So yeah, so that is the gear that I have right now for my Titan. It looks like I will grind for some more gear in order to get those stats that I want. So let's do this one more time. Let's go ahead and get to my Warlock and see what kind of builds that I can set it up for. Alright guys, so I'm back on the website here. So let's go ahead and check out my Warlock. Again, it's extremely simple. I'm just showing this just to show you how the website works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset, press clear on this one. And what I want to do with this build on my Warlock is simply have a good stasis turn build. So what that means, I probably want lots of discipline and maybe lots of recovery, just simply for survivability. That sounds like a good build, especially, for Grandmasters and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do that then. So I want 100 discipline. I want 100 recovery, because you know that will help out a lot. And I want a particular exotic. You know, I have another world excellent exotic for that particular stasis build. Let's see here, and then obviously I want to turn everything on here. You know, just absolute benefits for the Warlock here. Make sure we have all this stuff available because we are using a stasis subclass. And let's see if we can get any more. Okay, it looks like we have some more stats available. It looks like we could get to tier 10 for strength for some reason. I don't particularly want that. We probably want intellect a lot more. And I don't know, it looks like we can get 60 resilience, which is plenty enough for the type of you know, builds that we want. So that looks like it's adequate. There's only one type of build that we can have for now, and it's like tier 43, which is ridiculous. And you know, warlocks, you know, mobility and strength isn't that necessary. And so as you can see, we have powerful friends and radiant light available. So I don't know, I don't feel like using them because I feel like I could use, like, you know, more mods besides those 2 mods. Like, you know, a lot of the elemental well stuff, you know, like Fonta Might or something like that, protective light or whatever. I don't need those stats. I could just have like more slots available. So it looks like I have a perfectly like balanced build for everything I want. 100 recovery, 100 discipline, and it looks like I have a good amount of intellect. That is just fine with me. And then as you can see, I need all the stuff right here. So basically all the stasis stuff we have, plus 5 recovery mods for, I'm sorry, 5 discipline mods for our build here. And it looks like we can move items to inventory, but I'm not going to do that since it's part of the beta. Just going to make things a lot simple and just, you know, copy it. And as you can see, we can go to Destiny Item Manager and we can get rid of this like link right here, and then we can go ahead and paste, like literally so simple. Even a 5-year-old can do it. It's not even funny. Then as you can see, we have all the gear we have here. So we have the helmet, and it looks like the gauntlet is actually on it looks like it's in the vault. So what we're gonna do is drag this into our, you know, character right there. And I don't know, it looks like we could just put claws into the vault because it really doesn't matter. If really need claws to get back from the vault. And it looks like we can get another chest piece right here. So what we'll do is we'll drag it over here. See, no problem. And this, you know, piece of gear, we don't really need that right now. And then we have some boots right here. So we'll drag this over here. And I don't know, we can put these back. Boom, just make some more room and all that. Alright, perfect. And what we could do is we could equip all this gear on the Warlock. You know, it's just super simple. I'll also put Destiny Item Manager in the description. Just find the best way possible to find it. You know, this is made for PC. If you're using like a phone or whatever, I just recommend Destiny Vault. You know, just straight up, you could do stuff like that, and then you can just transfer the type of gear that you have that's available. You know, just make things a little easier. In fact, you could use the you know, nice little move to inventory beta right here. I haven't used it personally, but you know, this is a good website. I'm assuming it's working. So yeah, it looks like all the gear is set up, ready to go. So let's go ahead and get to our Warlock and see what we got. Alright guys, we're on the Warlock. So as you can see here, we have all the gear that's equipped and ready to go. So let's go ahead and put in the mods that we want here. So all we need is just, like, you know, 5 discipline mods. It looks like we have enough recovery here. So I just want to make sure we got the right ones. There we go. So yeah, let's just spend some stuff here. Recovery. Bada bing, bada boom. We need some more discipline. Also, what's a good way to get some armor is Iron Banner as well. Just putting some tokens. For some reason, you actually have a higher, like, you know, type of gear that's available for you. And then we'll put some more right here. And then it looks like what we need is to actually put in some more intellect and discipline, recovery and discipline here. So we just need to level all this stuff up. So it'll be like 2, 4, 6, 8 or whatever. And you know, we do need to put some more discipline here. So I don't know, get rid of this, and then discipline, boom, and it looks like we need the certain armor pieces on here. So looks like we need strength. Oh yeah, look at that. So we need to get the kind of gear that we want in order to. There we go. So as you can see, we need to put in the proper gear in order to get the highest amount of stats as possible. There we go. So we got strength, we got looks like intellect, resilience, we got some recovery, and we got intellect and resilience there. And boom. And we have some awesome stats right here. And as you can see, in order to get to 100 recovery, and discipline, I just need to min-max everything right here. And look at that. And I don't even need to use that much room, you know. I have perfect amount of room for a particle deconstructor and all that, you know. I could just use the, you know, grenade, no problem. And I could use Bleak Watcher, boom. Like, probably one of the best end game builds I can get for the Warlock right there. And plus, abilities last longer, which is great. The duration will also increase. I get, you know, temporary charge rate for grenades and stuff like that if I shatter some enemies. While near frozen targets, this is crystal. You reduce damage, which is pretty good if you're, you know, next to your turns and stuff like that, or next to a frozen enemy. Nearby stasis stars track to your position. Hey, that's pretty cool to me right there. You know, if you want like more ability spam, you could use, you know, glacial harvest and all that. So we could take advantage of that, and boom, no problemo. So yeah, that's how you make the best type of gear for your characters. Honestly, this takes so much less time out of making your builds. It can literally take like an hour or two just to figure out what kind of like armor or like what kind of mods that you have available. You can literally take like an hour or two to figure out what kind of like armor you have to see if it's even possible to get like high gear, and it literally puts it down to like freaking 5 or 10 minutes. Like it's that ridiculous, you know. So instead of like spending an hour to figure out what kind of like armor or like builds that you need in order to get like the results that you want, just use that time to go to Nightfalls and get like the proper like materials to get the gear that you actually want into like the highest tier possible, and bada bing bada boom, there you go. So yeah, that is it. It's really that simple. Like there's no secret code or whatever. Literally anyone could do this. Yeah, that's it guys. Thank you guys for watching. So as of this video is like coming out, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna be live streaming doing the Nightfall in order to get like, you know, lots of enhancement prisms and some ascended shards to actually get the gear like maxed out as possible and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. If you guys need some help doing some Nightfalls, I could definitely help out doing that with you guys. You know, crossplay is a thing, so that's cool. So if you guys want to do that, I will be live streaming as soon as this video is released, probably around 6 or 7 p.m. EST on Friday, and I will be wanting to live stream on Saturday as well. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you guys for watching. Just make sure you go ahead to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And if you have any particular build ideas, not only for the type of like armor or weapons that you have, what kind of like abilities or mods that you have as well, So I'm really interested in builds. It's probably my most favorite thing to do in the game. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. God bless. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.